Hello Joy beings, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be responding to your unpopular K-pop opinions, and let's just say this is going to be really interesting. I just wanna let out a disclaimer: if you hate or disagree with any of these opinions, you can leave a dislike and leave or be respectful in the comments. I would really appreciate if you didn't send hate or be rude to any of these stans whose opinions are here. And thank you to everyone who filled out the form for my video. I got over 180 responses and I appreciate each one of you. I picked only 25 opinions and I am really sorry if your opinion didn't make it. Anyways, before we start, if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. Let's go. If Everglow were under a big company, they would be more popular than ITZY. Let's be honest, any K-pop group under the big three is like immediate hit or attraction to the public audience of K-pop stans in general. And the reason is, well, it's obvious. The companies already had popular and successful groups debuted, so it won't be that hard to debut with an ready-made fanbase and loads of success. And Everglow and their music is doing quite well, honestly, despite them being under a small company like YHYBE Entertainment. So I don't think Everglow or any K-pop group necessarily has to be under a big three company to become popular. Some examples are ATEEZ, Mamamoo and (G)I-DLE. ATEEZ's Deja Vu had destroyed their streak of good songs. I can't stand it, and it's too bad, considering they had a great discography so far. I don't agree with this opinion, since I never liked ATEEZ's music that much because their music wasn't for me at all. Plus I don't stan ATEEZ or their music except for 2 or 3 songs of theirs like Wonderland, Inception, and their B-side Desire. I know a lot of K-pop stans prefer ATEEZ's B-sides over their title tracks, and I do too. And let me include Deja Vu to the list too, because this song is great as it is and every member shined well, and this was a great comeback song. There are a few all-rounders in K-pop which I feel like can be successful soloists. For example, Hyuna and Changha are all-rounders who are doing well in the industry, because they are not only all-rounders but also have that soloist vibe. Meanwhile, I personally don't feel that soloist vibe from some all-rounders. I get what you are implying and I agree as well. There are some idols or members of a particular group who give me high-key soloist vibes, like Soyeon from (G)I-DLE, Red Velvet's Seulgi, Stray Kids' Chan, and Oh My Girl's Yoa. Some all-rounders in K-pop like Blackpink's Jennie, TXT's Yeonjun and Loona's Heejin don't give me soloist vibes at all, and I feel like they are doing well within the group as a member and they complete the group. Trigger warning: body shaming etc. People need to stop acting like idols are naturally skinny even if they eat a decent amount of food. Idols work hard almost daily and often have very busy schedules, so they are bound to miss meals here and there on top of walking and exercising lots. Naturally skinny doesn't equal underweight, and these idols shouldn't be body shamed, but neither should fans try to justify it as natural body weight that can lead to people feeling insecure about not naturally being as skinny as some idols. I have already mentioned in my last video about how fans shouldn't degrade idols' bodies at all and let them breathe. This opinion is 100% spot on, and it should be popular more. It really depends between idols, and we don't really know if they are naturally skinny, but it's obvious that companies want all the idols to be as skinny as possible, which is just pure hell for the idols who want to be more healthier and more than just skinny. Not saying that skinny idols aren't healthy, of course I can't say that, but when idols weigh so less, it's quite concerning, and people should stop commenting about their bodies either. It's not our bodies, and they are probably happy with the bodies that they have. HYBE is gonna buy half the K-pop industry and go on to the Western, and their music is gonna have less effort in it. This is literally the perfect way to describe what HYBE is doing with BTS and their music. Like I said in my previous one-sentence K-pop opinion videos, BTS's English songs aren't it. And no offense to the ARMYs watching, how can 3 of their English songs sound so similar and have the same effect? It's like HYBE didn't even try to make sound different and they are just obsessed with how their music took a left turn to completely Western style, and not that I hate Western artists or the music. I listen to non-K-pop artists too. Believe it or not, their music really became such a huge downfall from their old music, and it's quite disappointing and sad. I truly believe their Korean comeback will light up this dark world and help me forget like any of the 3 songs existed. Loona's Butterfly is their worst title track and the era has the worst outfits. Okay, I have to highly disagree with this one. I think Butterfly is what made Loona stoop to a much higher level of their success, and the song deserved everything, especially a win. But wins don't qualify good quality songs like Butterfly. And their outfits were beautiful, especially how everyone wore matching outfits, and it was really aesthetic and perfectly suited the concept they were going for. English raps needs to stop cause these days the rap parts are just horrible, and we all know most of the time the rap part is unnecessary if they cannot make good ones and then put it in the song. Once again, I have mentioned this opinion in my videos as well. It's not always bad, and that depends on who is rapping in English, but most of them can't rap in English, however good they are of rapping. The only rappers who can rap in English without sounding awkward are Taeyong and Mark from NCT. So yes, most of the rap parts in English are completely unnecessary and sound weird. I find Wooyoung a more mesmerizing performer than San. Okay, how can you even pick one out of these two? I can't even argue with that. Because both are extremely good and hard-working performers. But in my opinions, Wooyoung is a best dancer in ITZY and San is the best performer. He literally sets every stage on fire. K-pop has always been westernized, and I would like to see people of other races. I don't care about the representation, cause at the end it is gonna profit them, as black music like hip-hop, R&B etc. We're supposed to be black representation is then and appreciated by all. Then what's wrong with K-pop? And a foreigner is fluent in Korean, it should not be a problem. Exactly. The similar case with Black Swan, we got 2 Korean members, 1 Senegalese member and 1 Brazilian Japanese member. It's a group of mixed race, and I was honestly shocked with there were only 2 Korean members in the group, but it made a lot of stans get more curious about the group and their music. And no, it shouldn't be a serious issue of a matter of the fact that a non-Korean or non-Asian person decided to become an idol, as long as they can speak the language they are singing in. Maybe I am getting older, but the 4th gen concepts aren't appealing to me. They look and sound childish, but not in a bad way. I actually do agree with this opinion a little bit, but isn't 4th gen supposed to look childish, since they are all pretty young, being born from 2000s, so that should make sense. I was born on 2003 and still 4th gen concepts aren't my cup of tea for some reason. The only 4th gen groups that keep my eyes open are Stray Kids, Loona, and maybe STAYC, since their concepts are just so aesthetic and cute. I wouldn't say their music sounds childish because that depends upon each person, but it sounds fine and mature to me. Hoona's whole iconic persona died after she left Cube. Nowadays there's nothing remarkable about her more than her relationship. I have to honestly agree. The truth is right there. Cube really built Hoona's career for whom she is before she joined P Nation. Cube letting her go was one of the most stupidest things they ever did, but don't we all know how cruel that company is? Her iconic persona was what the world was literally living for. I too think it died, and her concept changed a lot and it became dull in my opinion. I am still rooting for Hoona and E'Dawn's relationship, and that's all. If you look at Blackpink's discography, most songs are like party songs. This is it, their songs are all very fun and party-ish like songs, and I thought I was alone thinking that. Most of the songs have this sick beat which makes the song catchy to sing along and makes us remember the songs within seconds. Their songs like Don't Know What to Do, Forever Young, Boombaya are just very bouncy and fun songs, and it would definitely be played at parties. I am sorry, some of the songs these K-pop stans say makes no sense, like what do you mean X-Idol is not trying to be cute, cute is trying to be them. Girl, I don't know. I literally laugh at these type of comments like what the heck are y'all trying to say? Either these stans are 9-year-olds or they probably cracked their head to say weird and cringe stuff like this. LMAO. ITZY should do a horror concept. I would love to see ITZY try a horror concept. So far these girls are doing amazing and I am honestly impressed how much they have achieved. In a span of 2 years, like, yes, girls, bring on the girl power. I would just say they aren't that versatile yet since they have released at least 4 songs related to confidence and loving yourself only. So it would be really interesting to see them try a horror concept and I think they would suit the concept well and pull it off undoubtedly. Stray Kids should try something new in terms of music. Thunderous is a copy-paste of God's Menu and even if they don't sound the same, they have the same formula and it's nothing wrong with it. But I think they are a group can do other things well. I have to sadly agree. I am trying my hardest to not think about the fact the chorus and the pre-chorus sounds so similar to God's Menu. I understand how some of y'all are saying it sounds nothing like God's Menu because at first it sounded very different, but then the more you hear the song you can clearly hear the same formula applied in the song as God's Menu. I agree this group has much more potential and they can try something different. I vibed with it until I heard Sunmi's rap part lyrics and you can't sit with us. I love Sunmi but girl can't rap, I am sorry. I didn't like it either. Her vocals alone can make a song go sauty, but when she suddenly started rapping I was like, oh no, not rapping please. The song is great, her vocals were insane and she looked gorgeous, so let's just forget the rap part ever existed. K-pop music videos where it's just a bunch of fancy locations with neon props and lighting and effects are such an eyesore. LMAO. This is literally such hard facts. I am not lying, I literally don't even watch the music videos anymore just by watching the teasers beforehand. The teasers tell you everything, so that's good. I low-key hate CGI or green screens and I prefer natural setting in. Music videos like G-Friends Apple or 17's Don't Wanna Cry music video. YG locked up treasure. Yeah, it's confirmed already, lol. I think YG is keeping those boys under his dungeon and is not planning to release them for a comeback for a long time. Not gonna lie, K-pop is kinda boring without them and I don't even stan them. I love STAYC but their concept is kinda boring to me and Stereotype was kinda cringe lyrically, bringing the old meme I am not like other girls. LMAO. I don't know how I feel about this opinion but I get what you are saying. The lyrics were not cringy at all and it was really positive and happy to listen to. In my opinion they pulled this concept so well. Honestly, STAYC is a breath of fresh air in K-pop and stating the fact they debuted from a really small company makes this group legendary and definitely a trendsetter girl group. STAYC's music is not for me but I loved ASAP so much and that song truly deserves Saudi in my opinion. Stereotype gives me ASAP vibes, or maybe it's just me but I liked ASAP better. I can't imagine Taeyong from NCT being a solo. Taeyong is my favorite idol and he's very talented. So people tend to say he's a great soloist. I feel like he fits more in the group. It might just be me though. I love Taeyong but I don't want him to be a soloist either. I love Taeyong's style of music and I can imagine what kind of soloist he would be if he debuted as a soloist apart from the group. He's a great performer, dancer, rapper, and overall an amazing leader to the group, and I think until NCT disbands he should stick to the group and make music together. HYBE doesn't care anymore about G-Idol, now they'll only focus on Lightsum like they did with CLC. Let's pretend to be surprised if this is actually happening. Legit, HYBE is known to freaking betray their groups like trash and not care about them anymore. How HYBE treated CLC for 7 years is unforgivable as well. Every other idol like Loona, Dawn, and Sujin. I love G-Idol and their music so much so. I hope they don't get ignored and have a comeback soon because it's been a year already. If a group is generic they'll more likely be popular. Many groups with a unique concept aren't that popular, example, Dreamcatcher. I have to agree 1000%. It's really not fair to other groups out there who experiment with unique concepts and different genres of music just to be called underrated groups. This should stop, and we have to give a chance to so many groups like Dreamcatcher, ONUS, ACE, Omega X etc. Most of the groups in K-pop is generic, believe it or not, and being generic isn't a bad thing at all. It just becomes common and easy for newsstands to follow certain music which is liked by all instantly, like Blackpink's D4, EXO's Love Shot and BTS's Fire. Red Velvet, discography is overhyped. Still really good but overhyped. I strongly disagree. I don't think it's overhyped at all. Their discography is quite popular and hyped enough, but isn't overhyped in my opinion. For all I know, a lot of stans state Red Velvet's got the worst B-sides in K-pop, and that's simply not true. ITZY gave us a mini album instead of full because there are like 5 new songs including the title track, and the rest are just instrumentals of their old songs. Like, how do you call that a full album? I was literally thinking the same. I know their full album will definitely not be complete without adding a remix or an instrumental of their previous title tracks. And didn't ITZY pull the same thing before though in their STAYC album? Exactly. It isn't a full album at all with just 5 songs and the rest of the songs being remixes and instrumentals. But anyways, let's look forward for their new album.